Hello everybody, it's Erica, no quarters required. This is going to be kind of a different video. Not so much an instructional, informational video, kind of more of a podcast talking about multiplayer. Got a list of topics to cover, blah, blah, blah. Gonna play the Drell Adept. I've been having a lot of fun with lately. I started playing him because I was going for an achievement. You know how it is. He's not my favorite Adept. The Fury is by far my favorite Adept, but he's still fun. I had to try several different builds before I found one that worked for me. As you can see, it's kind of counterintuitive. You put the least amount of points in fitness. So he is the proverbial glass cannon. Can we talk about his man boob window here with the little zipper? Maybe we shouldn't. So I'm going to do a solo bronze round for a couple different reasons. I'll put notes on all the equipment and weapons and everything in the comments. Yeah, I always go for a pistol on my adepts because I happen to have the power mod, and I would say either pistols or SMGs for adepts. I certainly did more than my fair share of running adepts with sniper rifles at the beginning. I still am very into sniping. I don't recommend that approach. I won't say it's wrong. I won't say you're bad if you do it. I don't recommend it. For an adept, you really want that recharge rate. I don't personally choose SMGs because I personally dislike them, but if you like them, they're a great choice. His big thing is these cluster grenades. So he's got a couple different things. I use a strategy when I'm soloing with him that I call Reave and run. Because especially on these low-level characters, you can pretty much just hit him with Reave and wait, and it takes care of them. There we go. And so, as you can see, I chose Fire-Based Giants and Reapers. Usually, I always choose Fire-Based Giant when I solo. And I think it's a really good base for that because it's got a good combination of lots of cover and lots of room. But I think the most important thing is that you always pick the same base so that you know where the enemies spawn, where the sightlines are, where the cover is, etc. I usually pick Geth to solo against for a couple reasons. They don't have anybody who leaps forward. They don't have anybody who does an insta-kill. And the Geth Prime is pretty easy to avoid until you're ready to engage it. I am not doing the Geth this time because this guy is terrible against the Geth. That's a nice little explosion. Especially against Geth bombers. His only recourse is to shoot Geth bombers. And if you're an adept and you have to shoot something to kill it, something has gone horribly wrong. From the perspective of playing an adept character, his Reave, as you noticed before, can both set up and detonate biotic explosions, which is pretty handy. His pole is also pretty spiffy. Pole is great for yanking the shields off a Guardian, but his Reave will also attack Guardians too. He also has one of the key abilities for me when I'm working with an adept, which is that he has something that refills his shields. The Reave, as you can see, that purple bar at the bottom. Total misfire. And especially for somebody with as little defense as he has, that's really important. It makes them all sparkly. What do we got?
We have some important enemy personnel in the area.
Targets, huh? Targets.
You know what to do.
Especially when I'm soloing, targets is my least favorite of all the objectives. As you can see, that target, they hide. They make it really hard to get to them on purpose, as opposed to everybody else just kind of charges you. It's kind of like cheating. Oh, he ducked? There. As you can see, I actually have gotten to the point where I can carry 6 different Cobras. I barely ever use Cobras, but I save them all Oh my god.
We still have an active
That's the other thing about targets. It's really tough to get to him. I'm about ready to nuke this guy. Die. Die. He's dead. Oh, damn it. I said I wasn't going to use Drell. I lied. Oh my god.
team member is hurt.
This is terrible. You know, I should probably spend less time talking and more time playing.
To the target, we're running out of time.
I'm really tempted to nuke this guy.
One more target. Go get
Oh my god. Aren't you all dead yet? Give me some shield, somebody.
squad member offline.
So- This may be the worst that I've ever done solo.
We still have an active target. Get a move on.
And you know what?
Targets are down. Let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap this up. You wrap it up. Hack it. Is that big a deal? You can shoot some guys yourself, huh? Okay, so it's round 3. I've already used like 3 Medigel. And I'm almost out of ammo. That's a really bad sign. If you're a biotic and you run out of ammo, something, again, has gone horribly wrong. Okay. What? I don't even remember what I was saying. So he's got those cluster grenades. It took me a while to figure out, frankly, how to use them. If you just throw them, they're not that great. So what you have to do is use them to detonate a biotic explosion. So you hit your target with Reave, then you throw the cluster grenades. And when you do that, it is crazy effective and pretty fun. Alright, so I was talking about biotic stuff. So, yeah, I would not say that you have to be an experienced player to play the Drell Adept. I mean, it's just a game. Like, what's the worst that can happen, right?
Got him.
I will say that I don't think you'll enjoy it as much if you're not experienced with biotic characters. And, you know, a lot of really experienced players never do biotic stuff. A lot of people don't like doing biotic stuff, would just rather shoot stuff, which is fine. No problem with that. And no judgment either. He's also not going to be very fun to play if you're a real, like, melee in-your-face kind of player. Because, you know, he ain't got no shields. So, if you notice, I'm always staying behind cover. Like the little chicken that I am. Bok bok. Okay, lit up. Down. Before I started this video, I went and looked something up, and I'm glad that I did, because I would have been wrong. I was hoping to get some... I was hoping to show off ammo power combinations. I'm being very careful. It's not a biotic explosion if you use ammo to prime it. I forget what it's called. Like a power combo. Something like that. Unfortunately, it turns out that neither Reave nor Pull can be used to set one of those up, which is kind of funny, because like literally everything else can. You know what? I'm going to do some grenades. Watch this. Of course, naturally, yeah. I showed that Husk who's boss, huh? I only did that because I knew there was more in that box right behind me. Ammo combinations, I think, are the least well explained, probably the least understood aspect of Mass Effect multiplayer, which is too bad because they are hella awesome. I use them with my Turian Ghost and my Turian Soldier. Both of which you would think like you won't be able to do power with them. You can. The Turian Soldier I have his concussive shot. Concussive shot is one of the abilities that'll do it. I have his concussive shot also spec to do 100% extra damage to frozen targets. So concussive shot plus cryo ammo, awesome, amazing. For the Turian Ghost, he has overload, and overload can work with incendiary ammo. That grenade. To create a fire explosion. Also, amazing. Yank that guy out. They are hard to shoot when they're floating around like that, though, I will say. And the way that the ammo towers work is you shoot him with the ammo, lights him up, you hit him with that power, whatever power it is. And I'm going to link all of the specs. I'm going to try to remember to link all of these pages I'm talking about in the show notes.
Copy that.
So you can read more about that. There's a long list of... I don't know if I'd even call them powers. I mean, it's weird to think of concussive shot as a power. All of the abilities that you can use in combination with ammo. Because I would love to see people using that more. I don't know that I've ever seen another player using that. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit farther from this brute before we throw some grenades. There he is. So you light him up with Reave, hit him with the grenades. Boom. Boom. Gonna get my ass kicked by a husk while we're doing this. And that was the brute. And I am out of grenades, so run. Oh my god, how much do you hate limited grenades? Light him up. Boom. Boom. And he's done. You know, I'm really trying not to giggle when I kill stuff because I realize that it makes me sound like a complete psycho. But come on, how fun is that? Who's shooting me? It's getting a little too hot. Solo work is mainly about patience. It's not about skill. You know, you don't have to be like super elite. God knows I am not super elite to do solo stuff. You know, shoot and scoot is kind of what they usually call it. Shoot no more than 2 people and run is kind of my rule of thumb. All right. Oh, I thought you were done. Boing. I love those grenade sound effects. Why, thank you.
Enemy down to 50% strength.
Oh no. This could be a problem. Especially for this guy. So all of the objective missions when you're soloing, you have to understand how much time you have. Look at the clock. We've got almost a full 5 minutes to finish this objective. And put that in perspective, you can play an entire game, usually takes 20 minutes. Right? So you have all the time in the world. There is no need to rush. With the drone, it's just a matter of staying under cover. I don't think I actually hit that guy. And we're done. That was not bad at all. Okay, Reave. Grenade. Grenade. Run. Reave, grenade, run. That's the... Oh no, oh no. That actually was not what I meant to click. Embarrassing. Don't die on the ladder, don't die on the ladder. Okay. I've died on that ladder many, many times. Oh, I hear another brute. I run for some grenades. I'm not even looking. I'm just running for those grenades. Okay. Come on.
Hostile neutralized. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
So his dodge is like, is very acrobatic. I feel like it's kind of slow. I'm not a huge fan of his particular dodge maneuver.
Contact.
But it's better than, like, the Turian soldier has no dodge, which is hard. For me, I'm kind of spoiled, because like I say, I play the Fury a lot, and her teleport dodge is amazing. Ah, here she comes. There's someone who needs some grenades in her face. Where's she coming? I think I might have missed her with those. Yeah. Yikes. I don't like being in a corner like this, but... yeah, it's too hot. Too hot, too hot, too hot. It would be better if I was carrying 3 grenades. And I actually do have Warfighter package, which gives you grenades and I forget what else. But, you know, I only have Warfighter 1. Grenades. Grenades. Did a little bit of good. Again, getting tempted to nuke, but I want to save my nukes in case that last objective is a kill the targets.
I'm holding it.
She is super tough. Oh, this box is out of grenades. Let's run for the next box. I can hear her jumping after me. I kind of, when I'm soloing, I kind of save that box. That particular ammo box is like a last ditch. Yeah, I think I'm going to save this Banshee for last if possible. Yeah, there she is. I don't know if I can hit her with these. Oh, yeah. How are you not dead yet? Also, I need to go. Oh no! Bitch.
I'm hit.
How many Medigel might I have to use for this? This is embarrassing. Hey, at least I didn't have to nuke her. I'll nuke stuff if I'm playing on my own, but, you know, with the whole internet watching, come on. I have my pride. Oh, there can't be too many guys left. Who's left? Who wants some? Hmm?
One more and it's a wrap. One more. Some fine work, team.
Finally.
Clean work.
That was a little rough.
Still active. Stay alert.
You can see what I mean about him being a glass cannon, though. He just cannot take any punishment.
Pick your target.
I say that, I just got really distracted by what I said. Sorry. He's also, frankly, a pretty terrible character to solo with. The main reason I started soloing Let's talk about pugs. Let's talk about how much pugs suck. The main reason I started soloing is because pugs are terrible. And I say that knowing that, you know, most of the time I'm a pug if I'm playing with a bunch of people. Pug is slang for pickup groups, meaning just random strangers that you play with. And it is really exhausting. I'm convinced that a lot of people who are out there playing are drunk or high or both. Especially on the weekends. I don't know if you've noticed this. That was close. I try at all possible. I mean, as much as I kind of avoid playing with pugs. Anyway, I try to avoid playing with pugs on the weekends because it's really bad. Gold, honestly, gold is not too bad. I will say most of the people who are going into gold, as long as you're getting experienced players, you're not getting just, you know, completely new players. Oh, go away. You know, I haven't had a chance to use his melee attack is pretty awesome, actually. Let's try that out. Who's left?
Only one more enemy. Last one. That's all of them. Good work. Clean work. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Enemies inbound.
So you can see, I don't know if you noticed, I've played this base so much that I have my preferred route. Places that I stop, places that, you know, you pretty much guaranteed. Whoa. Well, that is really... No. In fact, I maybe should have used a nuke there. So I run over here. There's almost always somebody behind one of those barriers. There is right now. The biggest thing for Firebase Giant... and I'm trying not to be a prescriptivist here. Because, again, it's just a game. We're doing it for fun. If you're having fun, that's the most important thing, right? I think I just threw those right in the wall. The most important thing for Firebase Giant is to stay out of that central courtyard. There's nothing but death for you in that central courtyard. But whenever I play with other people, they spend all their time there. Oh no, here comes a brute, and I, as you can see, out of grenades. So, I stay around the edges. I move corner to corner. Especially with this guy, I'm always keeping an eye on cover. And again, I'm using the standard solo method of taking care of all the little guys first. In fact, I'm just going to let that Banshee chase me around. Save her for later. Banshees, I mean... They do pack a big wallop, and they sure hop forward, but they're pretty predictable in the way they move. They're actually, and they're really tough to kill, but they're not as, you know, scary as I think a lot of people find them. That being said, I do really wish that I had a Geth Juggernaut with me. Geth Juggernauts are so great with Banshees. The Banshees come right for them. Grenade! Grenade! That... Holy crap. Hey! Got a grenade damage achievement. That's awesome. I actually did not know that was a thing. Always flatten yourself and creep here, because there is always somebody waiting for you around that corner. And over here. The brute coming. Come on, big guy. Reave. Grenade! Grenade! And he's done. Come on, that's awesome. For me, that makes his downsides worthwhile.
They have records on Reaper indoctrination.
Okay, this is not too bad.
Back to security on the exposed data terminal.
Understood.
This is a pretty good position.
Remain close.
It seems like whenever I get a hack on this map, it's in the center of that courtyard. It's just like the worst. Again, with the hacks, we've got 4 minutes, 44 seconds. We have plenty of time. You don't lose anything if you hop out of the zone and run away and hop back in. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Oops. Oh, excuse me, coming through. Hello. This character is really fast, as you notice him running around the map, which actually kind of gets me in trouble. Because the enemies, especially on bronze, they move pretty slowly. And so, I mean, your whole thing is trying to pull people. But, I mean, I end up lapping them instead. It's kind of awful. Hackett's yelling at ya. Banshee's screaming. Good times. There's kind of no point in killing her. It's just going to spawn another one. And my main thing right now is I would like to complete this round.
Get to the data terminal and start that hack ASAP.
I don't really like being in the front, but
Security protocols have been breached. Maintain connection. Connection down.
you know, I again am really tempted to use a nuke.
Hack interrupted. Move back.
Oh. Guess who forgot to sell herself away? Hang on one sec.
Get to the data terminal and start that hack ASAP.
Oops. There we go. Okay. What was I doing? I'm pretty sure I was playing a video game. We're practically done. I can pull around to this side. I'm so close to done. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Ah, thank God. Run. Strategy with the objective rounds when you're soloing. Like I said, the strategy is mainly understanding that you have a ton of time. Don't get stressed. And I would recommend not trying to hold your position. When you're working with a group, that's definitely the way to go. You pick your location, you batten down, you fight it out, right? I'm not going to say it's not going to work when you're soloing. That's going to be really hard to pull off when you're soloing. Unless you just want to nuke everything. And I recommend saving your nukes till you really, really need them. Alright, yeah, okay. Reave. Grenade. Grenade. Run. I hope that took her down. Run for more grenades. And pulling. It's a great way to practice your pulling skills. You know, you run to the far corner, you pull everybody back there, and you dash back. That works really, really well with a character as fast as this one, as long as you can, like, wait it out. With the canister, too, it's a little bit different. Oh, no, jump, jump, jump. Oh, no, no. I got stuck on a wall. Run. Run, run, run. I'm going to run a funny route. Try to avoid her little biotic ball. When you have to carry the backpack, what you want to do is get it as close to your target location as you can, and then drop it and run. So you're kind of like picking it up and dropping it, picking it up and dropping it. And you just keep running around in circles and doing that. I don't think I quite had time. All right. I was going to dodge back and grab some more grenades. If you know what would happen, I'd go to all that to go back, and there wouldn't be any grenades in that box. Frickin' grenades. See, and there's a lot of standing around waiting when you're soloing. I'm watching because there's usually somebody comes from one of those ramps, and usually someone comes down there. Here comes... the grenades again. Everybody's pal. She just wants a hug. She's gotta hand it to her. Lady's tough. So am I. Alright, who's left? The other reason I like Firebase Giant for soloing is because it has a nice sort of racetrack-shaped route. There's no points where you have to double back or go in a weird direction. Ooh, I should... oh no, I stood in the goo. I stood in the goo. I'll go through all that and then die from the goo. So, strategy for the final round. Whenever you do this, whether you're doing solo or with other people, you always kind of want to wait till the last 30 seconds to get to the extraction area. That's a really... Oh, hey, I haven't done any of this melee stuff. It's not really... I'll try to melee the next guy, because it is kind of fun. Ooh, not that brute. I should have picked up some more grenades. Your strategy when you're soloing is just wait it out. I don't even really try to kill people. I just run. Oh, I want to try to melee this guy. Maybe this one. It was totally not worth it. It's a fun melee attack. Oh, hello. This is a little bit early to be back here. This is not... Oh, hello. Clap me. It's not a bad extraction area to try to defend, but I prefer not to if I don't have to. And this is a situation where I will absolutely use a nuke if I need to. In fact, I'm going to load it up just in case, because I can hear her coming. I'm not going to go through all this just to get... Oh, come on. I am so terrible with these. Okay, I think we could just wait her out. 3, 2... Oh, no. Oh, thank God. I was really afraid that was going to get me. Yay! Oh, that took a really long time. Well, thanks, as always, for watching, everybody. I had a blast.